Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at HBAR, which is currently up 2%, and we have a very interesting day to take a look at today. But before we jump into all of that, I want to tell you guys about the Discord, which I'll leave linked down below. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members have been winning from simply joining and starting to copy and paste the trades that we're sending out to them every single day. When you join up, you can start copying these signals over to your exchange and start profiting like you're seeing on the screen right now. So make sure you do that and join up from the first link in the description. Now back to HBAR. So before we actually go deep into HBAR, I'll just quickly recap sort of our entries on HBAR. Our initial entry was actually at 22 cents, which has since crashed down severely from, but we also had a second entry right here at 18 cents, and since then we did a capital efficiency strategy, which essentially means that we entered with 50% more than we did at 22 cents. So our average entry was somewhere around just 19 cents. So we're currently down roughly 12%, which isn't that bad in this market. We have another DC level at 12 cents, which right now it isn't hitting, but we have a very interesting day, and it's interesting because the S&P is crashing hard, so hard. 5% down on the S&P today. This is what, $2.5 trillion wiped out. 5% down yesterday, another 2.5 trillion wiped out, and this is obviously because of the tariffs and the reciprocal tariffs. Yesterday Trump announced huge tariffs on over 150 countries. Today China absolutely fought back. They announced major tariffs back onto the US. A lot of countries did call up Trump and say that they will completely drop their tariffs if the US does the same. So Trump's plan is coming into effect quite well. Again, here we can click the latest updates. Trump tariff carnage drives the Nasdaq down, Fear rips through financial markets, global trade war heats up. The market hates it, but crypto is not seeing that dump, and that's very interesting because 99.999% of the time the crypto market correlates 1-to-1 with the S&P and the overall economy. It's so strange to see that we're not doing the same right now, and I'm not sure why. Last time we got some tariff announcements, it was on February 20th. If you take a look at Bitcoin, February 20th, boom, crashed down. Same thing happened on HBAR, February 20th, where was it? Right here, boom, crashed down. So yeah, we already did dump down, but everything was crashing, and that's not the case anymore. So my possible theory is that crypto is bottomed in right now. Sure, we can drop a bit lower, maybe to the lows, but it's overall bottomed in, and I think the market doesn't think it's overvalued anymore. The S&P was quite overvalued. If we take a look here, we can see how much it rallied without any severe drops. Now we're dropped back down to April of 2024, which is huge. We're practically back at those lows, or very nearly, sorry. We're at currently August 2024 lows, and it's not going to get any better until those tariffs sort of ease up. We have Apple lost hundreds of billions of dollars. They're not even worth 3 trillion anymore, and for crypto to not really be seeing that effect, it's very strange. So I think it's great to start DCAing in. A lot of coins are still undervalued. ETH 1.8k extremely undervalued, HBAR 16 cents undervalued, Render dot $43 extremely undervalued. There's so much value right now in the market, not just the crypto market, but also the stock market. We're gonna hit the all-time high again once we start getting interest rate cuts and the US economy starts booming again. That's gonna be 20%. You buy into some individual stocks, you're gonna be looking at 30, 40, 50%. There's so much gains to be had, and I think we're going to be seeing a rebound relatively soon. Yeah, for now we're going to continue dumping as more countries will probably announce some reciprocal tariffs. Those are going to be the countries in power, which, to be honest, China was the main attack on the tariffs, in my opinion. I don't think a lot of the other countries were the targets. China is obviously the biggest country that got hit with the tariffs, and yeah, they fought back. All the other countries have essentially, most of them said that they'll drop the tariffs if the US drops the tariffs as well, because the US is one of the largest, if not the largest, importer of goods from the entire world. So yeah, it's a massive deal. And I know I've been sort of waffling on about these tariffs and more so the stock market, but that's because it correlates correlates so heavily with the crypto market, and for us not to see a dip, it's very strange, as I've said before. So our thesis stands the same. If we were going to continue to dump and we were still dumping, our thesis would most likely still be the same, but we'd probably already be at the 12-cent DCA level right now, and we'd sort of be looking at how to navigate upwards from here. But we're not. We're quite close to our DCA level from 18 cents, 17.5 cents, and we're in relatively good territory. Everything's looking stable and quite strong. The weekend will be very slow, unless Trump announces some insane tariffs again, or any major news. But yeah, the weekend will be slow. The entire week has sort of been slow for crypto, and the entire month and past 30 days. So I don't expect to see any sort of major volume being pumped in. Next week, Monday, Tuesday will be huge days. Again, first week back from this major tariff announcement. But the main thing will be during May, June and July, when we actually get the FOMC meetings for interest rates, and that's when we'll see either rate cuts or rate hikes, and that will dictate how Trump moves forward with more tariffs, less tariffs, and the overall direction of the US. And again, we hope for rate cuts that will drive prices through the roof. You'll see HBAR moon, Bitcoin moon, all coins moon, the S&P moon. So yeah, that's what we're hoping towards. And Goldman Sachs also predicted, I believe it was 3 rate cuts this year, so maybe we'll get them back to back, which would be very good. Now, that's all I have for today's video. If you did enjoy, please do make sure to like and subscribe. And again, if you want to be getting my trades every single day, then check out the Discord down below. First link in the description. Super easy to join up, and it's even easier to start copying and pasting those trades that we're sending out every single day. I take those trades myself, and I've been profitable for the past few years. So yeah, make sure you join up, start copying along, start profiting like you're seeing on the screen right now. And if you need a place to actually buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign-up bonuses, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. When you use my links to sign up, you'll get some lower fees and some nice sign-up bonuses as well. Make sure you do all of that. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.